A Boeing 777 vanished from radar. Do Sembilan people gone. No distress call. No weather trouble. The aircraft simply deviates from its route, turning west without warning. Military radar tracks the plane crossing the Malay Peninsula. It flies for hours, silent and unseen. The last known location. The middle of the Indian Ocean, far from any runway, impossible to reach. Years pass. No wreckage found. The largest search in history covers thousands of square miles. Nothing. The pilot's last words. Good night, Malaysian 370. Routine. Comp. Nothing unusual. The transponder goes silent. The ACAR system is shut off manually. Someone knew what they were doing. The plane flies for over 7 hours after last contact. No one knows why. No one knows where. Satellite pings reveal a final arc in the southern Indian Ocean. A ghost flight heading nowhere. No distress call. No mechanical failure. No weather issues. The disappearance defies all logic. 239 families wait. No answers. No closure. Just silence. 10 years later. The mystery remains, one of aviation's greatest enigmas. Unsolved. The man at the controls had 18,000 hours in the air. He was a master of the skies, a respected instructor with no known personal issues. Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah was 53 years old. He had spent decades perfecting his craft, training other pilots, and logging countless miles. His co-pilot, Farik Abdul Hamid, was only 27. He was young but competent, with nearly 3,000 hours of flight experience.
The aircraft itself was a Boeing 777-200ER. It was one of the safest planes ever built, with an impeccable safety record.
Flight MH370 was a routine red-eye from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. The route was well known, heavily monitored, and considered low risk. By the way, if you like this discussion, don't forget to subscribe. There are many more interesting topics coming up. Light bulb. On board were 227 passengers from 14 nations. Among them, 20 employees of a Chinese electronics firm were returning home. 2 passengers were traveling on stolen passports. Later, they were identified as Iranian asylum seekers, not terrorists, a red herring. The plane's maintenance history was spotless. No recent issues, no outstanding repairs. It was as ready as any aircraft could be. Weather along the route was clear and calm. No storms, no turbulence. Nothing that could threaten a modern airliner. There were no known threats or security breaches at the airport. Everything seemed normal, routine, boring even. Yet, within hours, this ordinary flight would become the greatest mystery in aviation history. Nothing added up. Nothing made sense. The stage was set. The players were in place. But the script had been rewritten by an unknown hand. The background was complete. The mystery was about to begin. The first search crews scoured the South China Sea, expecting wreckage near Vietnam. But the ocean held no clues. Satellite data then revealed a shocking truth. The plane had turned west and flown for hours into the Indian Ocean. The Australian Transport Safety Bureau took command of the underwater hunt. They mapped an area the size of Greece. Sonar mapping covered 120,000 square kilometers of seafloor. Yet the main wreckage remained hidden. Then, in July 2015, debris washed ashore on Reunion Island. A flaperon from the wing confirmed the crash. More pieces followed. Wing fragments and interior parts. Each one told a story of catastrophic impact. Analysis revealed the flaps were not extended for landing. The plane likely hit the water at high speed. The battery from the underwater locator beacon was never found. Without it, the black boxes remained silent forever. The search cost over $150 million and lasted 4 years, but the main wreckage eluded all efforts. No main wreckage or black boxes were ever recovered. The flight recorders remain lost on the ocean floor. The official report concluded the plane was not in normal cruise. Something caused a radical deviation from routine. The investigation remains inconclusive. fueling endless speculation. 10 years later, the truth is still submerged. The official investigation ended with no answers. But for some, that silence only screams louder. The most chilling theory points to one man, Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah, alone in the cockpit. Investigators found a flight simulator in his home. The path programmed matched the final flight, yet no clear motive emerged. Friends described him as cheerful and devoted to his family. Another theory suggests a hijacking gone wrong, but no group ever claimed responsibility. 2 passengers used stolen passports, but they were Iranian asylum seekers, not terrorists. Some point to Russia. They claim the plane was secretly flown to Kazakhstan or shot down. But satellite data shows the plane flew south, not north. The northern route is nearly impossible. Another theory claims the U.S. military accidentally shot it down during an exercise, yet no debris showed signs of an explosion or missile impact. The wreckage tells a different story. Then there are the fringe theories: alien abduction, time travel, or a wormhole in the sky. 10 years later, the truth remains buried, and the world still waits for an answer. Welcome! Before we begin, hit subscribe so you don't miss our daily updates. Bell subscribe now before the next video. We have a special upload tomorrow. High voltage.